The Nile, the lifeline of Egypt. For millennia, this river gave Egyptians fertile soil and generous agricultural production. Moreover, its banks have always been the perfect site for anybody looking for a pleasant view and a gentle breeze. This is why ancient Egyptians worshipped this bounteous river. They called it God Habi. The River Nile was the only means of transportation in ancient Egypt. This is why all temples had their ports along the stream. Those ports were landing points for visitors, donations, and sacrifices. The Luxor Temple had one of those ports. It used to be called the Harem Southern Temple because it was dedicated to goddess Mut, the wife of god Amun. During their marriage feast, Amun used to visit his southern sanctuary, currently known as the Luxor Temple. He set out from his sanctuary in Al-Karnak Temple to visit his southern temple. The route connecting the two temples was the 3-kilometer-long Sphinx Road. Only few meters of this road in front of the Luxor Temple have remained till today. Most of the walls of the Luxor Temple were built by King Amenophis III, but it was King Ramses II who added this huge gate to the old temple. The landmark of his addition was this gigantic pylon, upon which Ramses II meant to immortalize his victories. 6 columns used to stand in front of the pylon, most of these destroyed over the years. There were also 2 obelisks in the front. We can only find one today. The other is in the Concorde Square in the French capital, Paris. An obelisk is a single piece of granite used by ancient Egyptian royalty as a means of worshipping the god of the sun. It was believed that God resided on top of the structure. This is why they covered obelisk tops with gold. Inscribed on the 4 sides of the granite are prayers for the god of the sun, as well as the king's titles and victories. King Ramses II also built the temple's courtyard and decorated it with lots of his statues in a standing position. Only at the entrance there are 2 sitting statues made of black granite. One of the wonders of Egyptian monuments is that as time passed, some of these were erected above older ones. This was the case with the mosque of Sidi Abu al-Haggag, which was built on part of the temple's courtyard. After the courtyard, we enter the oldest and most beautiful part of the temple. It was built by King Amenophis III, whose reign was characterized by peace and prosperity. That is why he constructed several temples. This could be seen in these magnificent columns with their exquisite open and closed lotus flower-shaped crowns. These are the columns decorating the route to the sanctuary. What's remarkable about the Luxor Temple is that it was built by only 2 kings. Ramses II of the 19th dynasty and Amenophis III of the 18th dynasty have completed most of the walls and statues of the temple. The 2 architectural styles are evident. The huge statues and columns are characteristic of the Ramses era. The Amenophis era is reflected in the columns crowned with the lotus flower. The craftsmanship of ancient Egypt is clear in the entire temple. The stones of the Luxor Temple, with the beautiful decorations and inscriptions engraved thereon, bear eternal testimony to the glory of ancient Egyptian kings. These stones have survived for over 3,400 years and will live on endlessly to remind the world of the great civilization that once existed here.